Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tyler, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. All right, this week we have a good double money bonus event. And this video, we're going to be talking about how you can maximize and be the most efficient you can and make the most money that you can this week using my method right here that we'll see. All right, so first and foremost, let's talk this out. Let's get this done. Go ahead and fill up your passive income. Whatever you have, let's start with the bunker. You can do this in any order, whatever you want to do, but that's important. A lot of people, I think, fail to mention that, sort of show you what all this looks like, and it really doesn't take that much time. Make sure you register as the appropriate, for bunker, CEO, MC, whatever. It doesn't matter. I try and limit the amount of times I register as the MC if I don't have to, just because of how frequent the raids are with the business. It's just the nature of that particular business. So with bunker, I just sign up as a CEO, and it's very important, guys. Make sure that you disband before you leave any structure. So if you're inside an actual building, that's the best time to either register or disband, because then you do not get raided. You can walk outside freely and you're good to go. All right, so we got that knocked out. And I'm going to go over here to my MC business. Go ahead and go inside there. What's up, Carl? What's going on, buddy? That's Rick right there. He never wears any clothes. Anyways, so go here. We will resupply 75 racks. What's going to cost us? And again, when you go to do this in the MC businesses, it automatically registers you as a MC president. So make sure that before you leave, you disband. Again, it's very, very easy to forget that. You'll walk outside and then instantly you get raided. That's just the way it is. So disband before you leave. You've heard me mention this a lot on my live streams. A lot of people are like, Ty, why are you disbanding before you leave? That's the reason why. You want to register and disband inside of your businesses, especially when you are resupplying. Even if you're moving to and from, if you're rolling solo, that's a really good way to do that. All right, so over here at my counterfeit cash, make sure I disband before I leave. There we go. And now I'm free to walk out without being worried about getting raided. Over here at my meth facility, and you want to make sure that you start the resupply with your most profitable businesses. So the coke, counterfeit cash, and meth are your top 3 out of the 5 for the MC businesses. You really don't even need the weed or the document forgery. I know the weed lab, they think it's cool. Oh, it's weed, But listen, it doesn't make that much money. You can have it if you want. If you've already got the businesses, obviously use them, especially when it's double income like it is right now. But if you're just starting out, the top 3, first you would definitely want to go with coke, then counterfeit cash or meth. They're pretty much the same. With what they make. I like the counterfeit cash because it produces a little bit quicker. All right, so disband, and then we go on to our next business. And of course, guys, listen, it is what it is. Having the Mark II is the best vehicle for a money grinder. You need to have that to make all the times in these videos work. All right, if you have a buzzard, that's okay. Buzzard works good. A thruster or whatever, every time. But that's okay too. But the Mark II is really the money grinder's best friend. All right, so we're here at my weed lab. Go ahead and resupply over there as well and get all that knocked out. This whole process will take, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes tops, going from the business to business. It's really no big deal. Automatically registers, and you just, before you leave, make sure you disband. And you're good to go. You see this right here. Again, I just want to make sure I'm showing you guys this process. I want to, tattoo this into your memory, because this really does help out. It's bad enough getting rated, during your sales anyways, but or right when you finish the sale, this really helps out. Okay, so document forgery is the last one. Go ahead to the resupply in there, confirm it. And so the reason why you want to do the businesses that make the most money is that, the quicker you get those started and you get those running, the quicker you're making money. And those are your big money makers right there. So I disband, and now we can get to the main part of the business. Now, again, having a terabyte is going to help out. It's not necessary, but it really does help speed everything up. If you don't have a terabyte, you'll have to keep going back and forth to your office, and you don't want to do that. All right, so a terabyte is just another, one of these top vehicles you must have for a money grinder. Now, the next part's very important. There's a method to guarantee that you only source top range vehicles. All right. And what you want to do is, while you're sourcing the vehicles, pay attention to the license plates. As you see here, I'm going to the mid-range vehicles, and I have 11 of them, all right? And none of them have a duplicate license plate. If you have any duplicate license plates, you want to sell that vehicle and get rid of it. And this way, it guarantees that you only get top range. So 11 is the max you can have in mid. I switch over to my standard, and I have 11 standard vehicles. They all have different license plate names, okay? That's very important to understand that. 11 standard, 11 mid, no duplicate license plates. Once you're at that point, and it can be a little bit lower, like 10 or whatever, but then you only source top range. You don't ever want to do anything else. Source top range and sell top range. And that's the trick to do. That's very simple. It's just a little, time consuming, but you only have to do this one time, your initial setup, get all the vehicles sourced, sell the, the duplicate, license plate, mid-range and standard range, and then that's it, you're done. And then the rest of your days, you'll just be sourcing top range and selling top range, right? Right now, it is a 1.5 bonus on import-export, so you will be selling your top range vehicles for $150,000. However, you have to pay $30,000 for the actual process in this. It's just how this works, right? So you pay $30,000 to the specialist dealer to modify the vehicle or whatever. So you will net profit $120,000. However, that net profit is determined by how cleanly that you can deliver the vehicle. And I'm going to show you two different methods, right? The first method is how you can deliver the vehicle without using a cargo bob. It takes a little bit more skill. It takes a little bit more time. However, you can be successful and you can knock this out 100% and you don't lose any money. So what you do, and this is my particular setup here, everyone's setup is a little bit different, but you drive your sell vehicle about, I'd say about 2 blocks down the road. It's about 2 inches on the map, and I know exactly where my location is, and the bad guys will spawn. The bad guys come after you, not the vehicle. And look, I died right there. Don't worry about it. It takes no time. It's no big deal. Maybe 30 seconds. It's no big deal, right? So respawn, kill the NPCs, watch out for the cars. You'll get between 3 and 4 waves of 2 vehicles of NPCs, right? Most of the time it's 4 waves. Sometimes it's 3 waves. Just play it safe and make sure that you get that 4 waves count, and pay attention to the NPCs that are coming after you. And if you got 3 waves and nothing's happening, give it a solid 30 seconds. And if nothing comes after that, you're good to go. It's rare, but I have had just 3 waves of bad guys come at me several times. But don't worry about that. Anticipate the 4 waves. And remember, they will come after you, not the vehicle. So find your sweet spot where you're from wherever your import-export warehouse is. Park the vehicle, get out, and let the bad guys come after you. Take them out. And don't worry about this if you get killed once or twice. It is no big deal. Just stay focused and take care of business, all right? So once those waves are complete, go back to your vehicle. As you see here, no damage. And then you can just drive to your location. Nobody else is going to come after you. It's fine. It's easy, right? So we'll speed this process up right here. As you see, it only took about 5.5 minutes. Not a big deal at all. There we go. Got it delivered. $150,000 is what we make. Net profited $120,000. There we go. So after that, you now have a cooldown time. There's 20 minutes before you can sell your next vehicle. So what you need to do is pay yourself back. You want to resource the next vehicle, steal another top range vehicle, as you see right here. So you can either call in your terabyte wherever your location is, or go back to where you have it parked. Sometimes if calling it in will be a little bit quicker. Sometimes going to where it's parked will be quicker. It all depends on what your particular setup is. All right, I'll leave that up to you. Whatever you feel. It's in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal. All right, so we got that vehicle sourced, and it's the same thing with sourcing the vehicle. You'll drive a few blocks, the bad guys come after you, you'll take out 4 waves of 2, and then you're good to go. Now, that will take roughly about 10 minutes from start to finish, maybe a little bit longer if you're using this particular method. So after that, you want to run at least 1 client job and 1 VIP Headhunter Sightseer mission. So that will tack on for this week another $50,000. Now, if you have enough time, you can run another set of client job and a VIP, and you'll be able to get another $50,000, totaling $100,000 within 10 minutes, and you'll be able to pick up right where you left off, and you'll be able to sell another vehicle. However, sometimes doing it with this method takes a little bit longer because you don't have a cargo bob. So at least get in 1 client job and 1 headhunter or sightseer or VIP work. As you see right here, takes about 5 minutes, and I make my $50,000. Now let's talk about using the cargo bob. To sell, it's very easy, right? And when you want to use the cargo bob, remember the hook will attach to the highest point on the vehicle. So when you're selling the vehicle, notice if it has a spoiler or if it has a tall roof, the higher point will be where the hook attaches to. That's where you want to aim. And then when you are about to leave and drive or fly off, you want to make sure you have 1,100 feet of altitude minimum, all right? And you have an altimeter in there. But be careful, as you saw right there, I swung the vehicle around and I did some damage to it. $250, no big deal, all right? Now, I called in my Terabyte to my location, and now I want to source the next vehicle. I'm restarting. I have a 20-minute cooldown, so now I'm paying myself back. I sold a vehicle. The 20-minute cooldown timer starts. Now I'm sourcing it, kill some bad guys. This is the Tyrus. So the spoiler is the highest part of the vehicle. A little tricky, right? If you have to, turn and maneuver your chopper to where you have a better view. Pick it up, and I make sure I get to roughly 1,100 feet. And as soon as I get to 1,100 feet, I just line up right with my yellow dot on the map, and I take off. And then, bam, the bad guy helicopter spawns. But because of your altitude and because of the speed that you are going, the chopper will not catch up. If you do this right, if you time it right at exactly 1,100 feet and you take off, the chopper will never catch up to you. As you saw, it was way behind me. And bam, look, I have 11 minutes left now. I sold the vehicle, I sourced it, I have 11 minutes left. Now I have enough time to do 2 sets. I'm going to do 2 client jobs and 2 VIP work, Headhunter and Sightseer, and I'll make $100,000. All right, now pay attention to the timer down there. Took care of that one with the client job. The client job, the where you have to go into the Life Invader, that one took me a little bit longer because I was trying to perfect my missile shots. You don't worry about that. Just throw those missiles out there and take care of business. You knock those out. I do 2 client jobs, 2 VIP jobs inside that. It took me, I had 11 minutes. It took me roughly 12 and a half minutes. So I was about a minute and 30 seconds off, and bam, there we go, man. That's how you do this, all right? Let's get the money in there. Let's get the math. Import export in the time of an hour will get you 360,000. Client job VIP 300,000. Your passive income 250,000. You have the potential of making 910,000 an hour. Realistically, because this is a difficult method, about 750,000, and depending on what you guys got going on. All right. So let me know if you got any questions in the comments down below. Subscribe to my channel for the ill surreals content in the game. Smash that like button. Stay dangerous. See you in the next one. Peace out. Yeah.